We are starting with Louisiana Tech at Missouri. I am beyond excited to hear why this is the game that you wanted to talk about. So I'm going to let you take it away, Dan. Don't forget, head over to BetMGM Sportsbook for our promo up to $1,000, your first risk-free bet using promo code MORNING.
Well, I'm glad somebody's excited, but yeah. I mean, it's not a marquee matchup, but sometimes, you got to find things in like these lesser games that you can maybe get an advantage on. I'm looking at this game. I'm looking at the total. And I'm looking at the under in this game. You got Missouri coming in under Eli Drinkwitz. It's his third year at Missouri. He was 6-7 last year, 3-5 in the SEC. He brought in 19 transfers. He's got a second good recruiting class. So they're looking for an improvement here. But again, it is the SEC. La Tech, they come in, a new first year coach. So he's got a lot to prove. But here's the thing, I'm looking at this one. Both teams are coming in with new defensive coordinators. And both teams are coming in with new quarterbacks. Missouri's going with their backup for the last 2 years, but La Tech's bringing in a guy from TCU as a transfer to be their starting quarterback. So I think their offenses are going to struggle early in this one. You got new quarterbacks. They got to learn the new wide receivers. They got to learn, new coach, new terminology. So I think the offenses are going to struggle a little bit. And I think these defensive coordinators, they got a lot to prove. La Tech was 114th in scoring last season. So they really need to improve that. And I think these defensive coordinators are going to come in and try to throw in their own wrinkles and shut down these offenses.
Yeah, Missouri had the second worst defense in the SEC last year, and Louisiana Tech's defense, like we were saying, they were average with a new defensive coordinator. They have a lot to prove. I like what you're saying about that quarterback situation because Louisiana Tech has some legit receivers, don't get me wrong, but they're only going to be as good as what their quarterback can be. So even though there's a good offensive line there, they've got to click. So I think taking the under is a really good bet with this one. And I like that you're taking a risk here. Let's look into these games that, people are going to look at and say, oh my gosh, why are we betting on these? But I think the points that you've proven are beyond good for this one.